proud moment that was for Craig Berube yesterday, the head coach of the St. Louis Blues, a hero in his hometown of Calahoo, Alberta. Now, here's the thing about Calahoo, just 85 people, that's the official population, but there were more than 2,000 there to see Coach hoist the Stanley Cup right in front of them. Such a big moment, we had to find out more about it. So two of the people who were there are with me now, father and son. On the right, Alan Chatten, who is the president of the CR Knights Minor Hockey Association. Hi, Dad.
Good morning.
And on the left is the big forward number 11 for the CR Knights, son Bryan. Welcome to our show, Bryan, too.
Hi.
Nice to see you both. Thank you for being here because we want to find out more about what happened. They're in Villeneuve, by the way, which is outside of Calahoo. Alan, let me start with you because, as I was mentioning, 85 became nearly 3,000. Can you describe the scene for me in that line, in that arena yesterday, Alan?
Oh, it was intense. It was inspirational, and there was a lot of gratitude from the people there that, you know, Coach Berube would share his day with the cup with our community and our hockey association and just everybody in general. It was awesome.
What's the word that you would use, Bryan, to describe the vibe yesterday?
Kind of insane in there.
Kind of insane. When Coach Berube was there with the cup, when he raised it as we were just looking at, and we'll look at it again, when he put it over his head and the crowd went bonkers and cheered, what was that moment like, Bryan?
It was just really something else. It's something you probably won't ever get to see again. And it's just kind of nice to know that it happened and everybody was supporting Mr. Berube, and he chose to share that moment with us, and it was just really awesome.
And there he was. He took it right up on that platform and stood there for hours because people wanting to get pictures, and we have some pictures from you because you did get close enough. Not everybody did, as I understand it. But as we take a look at your pictures, family shots, because Alan, you were there with all four of your boys, and I think we have those picked. There they are. All four of your boys and your wife and you. So you got up close. Alan, tell me a little bit about how beautiful that trophy is.
Oh, man. We're only there for a second, but all I know is it was cold because I touched it. I know you're not supposed to, but I did for superstition. But the cup was cold, but Coach Berube was warm. So.
Isn't that fantastic? It is a beauty of a trophy. Did you notice any names in particular, Bryan, when you were up close, that any names or any teams or anything that stood out for you?
I wasn't there that long to kind of look at it. We were kind of trying to rush through and make sure everyone got a chance to get a picture with it, but I didn't really notice anything particular. It was just kind of overwhelming to be up there.
Look at that. The whole family. That is fantastic. You're going to have to get that framed and put that up prominently at home, Alan. The coach was saying you don't have to be a St. Louis Blues fan to really appreciate this moment because the Stanley Cup is so important to Canadians. To you, Alan, what does it represent?
To me, it just represents the pinnacle of success of what you set out to do. Like a lot of people, you know, that start out as hockey players aspire to the cup, and they may never get it. But when you see somebody aspire to it and get it, it just inspires success in every level, no matter what you do. There was a young fellow speaking there that's a ref that, you know, he hasn't touched the cup or anything yet, but he's doing very well, and he inspires success in young people as well.
So fantastic. Having the cup there in Calahoo for all of the people to see, that's the kind of impact you see, the inspiration factor. What about for you, Bryan, as a hockey player, but also as a young man, but just as a player? I mean, seeing that's the holy grail. What impact on you?
It was just really cool to see that Mr. Berube decided to bring it there because he's grown up through the Calahoo Hockey Association, and he's still got tons of friends there who know him personally and tons of family there. So just him bringing it and sharing it with the community is really just kind of, amazing to me. It's just, I don't know how to describe it.
Well, you know, it's got to show you that somebody from a small community can do very big, very important things. Inspiring from that regard, I guess. Does it? Your season's over, I'm guessing, Bryan. It makes you, as a player, makes you want to get back and do some of that off-ice training and get ready for next season, skate even harder and faster. What do you think?
Yeah. Basically.
Hey, Dad likes that because he's the president of your team and your club. Alan, how popular is Coach Berube in Calahoo right now?
Well, I think, if Calahoo had the funds, there'd be a statue of him hoisting the cup, much like Wayne Gretzky has a statue in Edmonton.
That is what I thought. Listen, Dad and son, I really appreciate it. We can never say that nothing big ever happens in a small town because this is just about as big as it gets. And thanks for taking it inside that line to share.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Alan and Bryan Chatten from Villeneuve, which is outside Calahoo, Alberta, and in the crowd for all of that yesterday here on CBC News Network.